Okay, so here we go again with another tutorial. I know I've gone tutorial crazy, but it has helped so many people, and I've had a lot of messages from people saying, thank you so much. I really appreciate your videos. They've really explained everything and helped me out a lot. So I appreciate that, and you guys, just keep the messages coming. I try to read and respond to everybody. And so here we're gonna start out. I'm gonna show you some little tips and tricks for making layouts on this game. I am going to start doing some Join Me sessions, which are live online classes, and I'm gonna need more than 5 people though at a time. So if you're interested, just send me a message. They're free. Whatever you want, if you want to join in, we can all set up a good time for everybody to learn how to make layouts, and then it's live and you can ask me questions. So okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to show you from scratch. We're going to start with trying to figure out what graphics program you want to use. The best one to use, in my opinion, is Photoshop. Other people use GIMP. There's nothing wrong with GIMP. It's just harder for me to understand. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google. Okay, and you're going to find Photoshop. It's a very famous program, so it will not be hard to find. And you want to go ahead and go to the Adobe website, and you're just going to download the free trial. Right now they have CS6 out. It's not that hard, but it's the same as CS 5.1. They just added a little bit better programming. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to download it, and you should be able to find the in the download section of Adobe, and you just download the free trial. Okay, I am sure that you guys know how to download things. You guys grew up in the computer age. It can't be too hard. So here you go. You're to the download page. You're just going to join and download. It'll be a 30-day trial. When the 30 days is up, it's going to ask you to buy the product. It's expensive, but if you really get into graphics and you're doing more than just graphics for a virtual game, it's beneficial. I make graphics for DeviantArt too, and sometimes I sell my virtual paintings, so it's paid for itself. So anyway, that's what you're going to do. And when you open Photoshop, this is what you're going to have here. And I still have my coat pulled up that I'm submitting for the Black Pearl. Okay, so you're going to pull up Photoshop, and you're going to need to make a new template. And this is easy. You're just going to go here. You're going to take the width of most of the Howrse pages. The large profile page is 825 pixels wide. I always make my presentations about 810 just to stay safe. And you can change the length up to 1,000. I always do 750 because I don't like really long layouts. Okay, so here you go. Now you're going to start with this is going to be your base template. So let's say we're going to go to DeviantArt, and always use stock, everybody. Don't, just plain and simple, just use DeviantArt, because everything on here that is under the stock and resources tab is going to be for you guys to use. Okay, so you click on the resources and stock button on DeviantArt, and let's pull up, let's just type in Howrse. Okay, so there's a lot of stock here. People have everything from showing you how to draw a horse eye to the coat colors, stuff like that. So I'm going to take something simple and easy to cut out, because I want something that's already cut out for me, because it takes a really long time to cut something out. So we're going to take this this horse right here. Okay, this person already cut this horse out of the background. Alright, so you can save the image, you can download the image, or you can just copy it. In this case, I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. And this always does this to me. My mode always gets to grayscale. Okay, so you're gonna paste it in here. So now let's just pretend for a second that this horse has a grassy background, you know, like there's, so you can see some green there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna need to erase, okay? You just grab your eraser tool and it will erase the background. Don't go through the horse or you'll erase his head, okay? Now in this case, when you have a solid background like this, it's okay to use the magic eraser tool. It'll just erase what's around the horse for you. It's fast and easy. You can use horses that are already cut out if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to leave his head down there. And now we want to choose a background color. So you're going to need to make a new layer. Put it under your first layer. Open your paintbrush. Get the pixels very large. And I'm going to go ahead and go with a blue color for my background. So we're just going to draw this blue in there, okay? So now you're going to need to add your username. You're going to click on the text button. And I'm going very quickly, you guys, because if you have questions, you're just going to have to come in and do the join me sessions so that you guys can ask individual questions. I'm just showing a run through. Okay, so I'm going to put my username on here and I'm going to change the font to something else. Do it like this. And I'm going to put it up here in the top corner. And I'm going to change the opacity so that it's not so bright. Okay, now I need to put in text boxes. Make sure you click on the layer up here. You click on the box here. You can make them rounded. You can make them circles if you want to, which I don't know how that's supposed to work, but you can if you want. Use rectangles is what I always use. We're just going to do a big one here and a little skinny long one here under my name. Okay? So there's our two text boxes. Now let's say we don't want those to be white. We're like, no, I don't like white. We want them, let's say, just a different shade of blue. You're just going to right click on the shape and go to blending options. And you're going to have to do the color overlay, okay? Just click on the word color overlay and then just choose the color right here. I am going to take the same blue as my name. You just do that by hovering over it with the eyedropper tool and picking the color. Click OK and do the same with the other box. Okay, so there we go. We've got the text boxes on. Now let's say, okay, this is very important. Where we picked this horse up at was a free horse, but we do need to credit the person that we got it from, okay? The stock says that it's unrestricted stock. I still credit people just out of respect. I would appreciate it if somebody credited me. So we're just going to put their name here. And we are going to... Okay, everybody, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to take like a 3-hour-long break there. I actually had this thing paused for 3 hours. Okay, so back to where we were. Okay, so we're going to credit this person's work. Even though they say we don't have to, we want to. And you're just going to type in the text. I'm using just a small pixel font. You can download it. And I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to change the opacity. Okay, so you guys are all set with this layout, okay? And if you want to add other text here, you know, a quote or something like that, that's no big deal. It's easy to do. And when you start getting better into Photoshop, you can start playing with these blending options for your objects, such as your boxes. You could give them like a drop shadow, like if you look at this one here, we gave it a drop shadow. Or you can give it a glow. You can make it glow. Let's do hot pink, just for the fun of it. Just give it a hot pink glow. You can do, you can just put a border around it. whatever you want to do. You guys can just experiment with it and play with it. You can do that to your text, you can do that to your horses, you can do that to whatever you put on here. That blending options is great. And you can also use filters. So, you know, you can give it a, and it's going to ask you if you want it rasterized. Yes, you do. If you're ever going to add a filter, you always want it to be rasterized. Okay, so they're going to ask you, let's go with, this ain't going to show up because it's just a plain box. So we're going to do it on the horse here. We're going to put a filter on this horse. Let's give it a, okay, so this is the filter that I'm going to give to this horse. I'm going to give it this plastic wrap filter because I think it looks neat. Okay, so there we go. We just put the filter on that horse, and you can play around with the filters. If you don't like the filter, you just go edit, step backward. It'll take it away. Just make sure that when you do this, you're selected on the layer that you want to put the filter on. And always save everything that you do. You want to drop down, you want to save this as PNG, JPEG, or GIF, however you want to save it. I'm going to save this one as a PNG, and I'm going to name it tutorial. Well, whatever that was. That was not the word tutorial, but okay. So now you're going to go to TinyPic. That's the one that I use to upload all of my pictures. I use TinyPic, and my dogs are trying to get my attention. So if you hear dogs in the background, that would be my dogs. They're sitting right next to me. In fact, there's one of them right there, my Malamute. Her name is Nala. She's a sweetie pie. Okay, so you're going to open this, you're going to upload it, and go boomerang. Okay. Now, for layouts, you're going to use the direct link, okay? That's the one you want to use. Okay, and then you're going to paste that into your layout coding. And I am going to help you guys out in the next tutorial and show you how to code your layouts. And you guys are going to love me forever because I'm going to help you out. And you guys are finally going to be able to code them yourself. So you guys stay safe, play safe, don't let anybody know what your passwords are, and just enjoy your game. So